lot of the love I had for wanting to be a part of the industry is not there anymore. I don't even associate myself with the industry, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry.
Ever since this whole Diddy situation exploded, starting with Cassie filing that lawsuit, the industry has been moving real strange. After that, more people started coming forward, each sharing their own alleged horror stories tied to Diddy and people around him, and the pressure hasn't let up since. And as the dust keeps rising, more celebrity names are getting pulled into the conversation, and one name that keeps popping up is Jay-Z. Even 50 Cent publicly said Jay has been laying low, waiting for the Diddy drama to cool off so he doesn't get dragged into the spotlight. At the same time, old clips of DMX have started going viral again, and people are really listening now. DMX was never the type to bite his tongue, and in several of those videos, he sounded like he was trying to warn everyone about alleged shady behavior involving Diddy and Jay-Z. DMX openly criticized what he claimed was artist control and manipulation in the industry, calling out Diddy for allegedly moving foul behind the scenes.
Want to rap or sing or whatever, don't become a part of the game. You know what? Listen to a song I called The Industry. And that pretty much explains, what the shit is like. Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. You know, because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
But they made him jiggy and put him in suits and made them write lyrics for him and took all that publishing and took.
He also side-eyed Jay-Z for getting too close with powerful industry figures that DMX suggested were running things from the shadows. All of this makes you stop and wonder what DMX actually witnessed while working around these two heavyweights.
Told Craig Mott if he didn't change management, he wasn't with him no more. Craig wasn't getting rid of his management. Craig said, yo, listen here, man, I'm not changing my manager just because you want to. Puff said, yo, I ain't that kid no more. Not at all. I was right there when he said that. Told Craig Mott, you don't change your management, I ain't.
Whatever it was, it clearly shook him and completely broke his trust in the industry. So let's slow it down and really break this part down step by step.
A lot of the love I had for wanting to be a part of the industry is not there anymore. I don't even associate myself with the industry, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist.
Like I said, Diddy's whole image and reputation have been rocked right down to the core. The lawsuits, the allegations, and the constant headlines aren't fading away. If anything, the hole just keeps getting deeper, and now Jay-Z's name is getting dragged into the mix too. A resurfaced interview has people talking because DMX didn't hold back when he spoke about Diddy's behavior in the industry. X accused him of exploiting artists, working them hard, and profiting off their talent without giving proper respect or fairness. Some fans say X was speaking in a metaphor, calling out shady business moves, while others think he meant something much more serious. With everything coming out lately, people are questioning a lot of past stories and nothing feels impossible anymore. DMX also shared how Diddy first turned him down for a Bad Boy deal. But once he got useful info from X about Def Jam, suddenly the attitude switched up. Diddy went from cold to extra friendly real fast. By that point, DMX had already heard how things really work behind the scenes at Bad Boy, and he wasn't feeling the vibe at all. He said he wanted no part of that setup, especially with how artists were being handled. Now, when it comes to Jay-Z and DMX, their history runs deep. They came up around the same time in the late 90s, and while there was respect early on, tension started bubbling fast. Jay did show love after X passed, but fans still feel like there's unfinished business in that story. It really feels like there was way more tension under the surface between them. DMX allegedly felt that trust had been broken, and he supposedly viewed Jay-Z as someone who didn't like competition too close to home. In X's mind, Jay didn't want anyone shining brighter than him, especially if that person could challenge his spot. DMX even went as far as accusing Jay of stepping into the president role at Def Jam Records for personal reasons. According to X, that move wasn't about business growth, but about interfering with his 6th album and quietly derailing his momentum, which he believed hurt his career in a major way.
3 weeks after I got signed to Def Jam, he was like, yo, I'll lace your pockets, I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets. I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
Jay-Z never publicly admitted to anything like that, but what raised eyebrows was what happened after DMX passed on April 19th, 2021. Not long after, Jay appeared on The Shop, hosted by LeBron James, and spoke about DMX's legacy and what he meant to him personally. Jay talked about boycotting his own first Grammy win in support of DMX, and praised him with respect, saying that despite years of competition, it was always love. But the way Jay framed it made it sound like DMX was the one pushing the rivalry while he stayed above it all, and that didn't sit right with a lot of people. Back in 2004, when Jay-Z officially became president of Def Jam Records, many fans believe that's when everything really shifted. At that point, DMX had already been the label's biggest star, dropping 5 straight #1 albums between 1998 and 2003, an insane run by any standard. That kind of consistency alone should have earned DMX serious respect inside the company, yet things seem to move in the opposite direction, and that's where the story starts to feel real uncomfortable. But the moment Jay-Z stepped in as president, DMX claimed things went left fast. According to X, Jay allegedly threw obstacles in the way of his 6th album, Year of the Dog, again, quietly interfering with its rollout and slowing everything down. In that same radio interview, DMX said the real issue was Jay changing his mind about retirement. X believed Jay was gearing up for a major comeback and didn't want any heavy competition standing in his lane. From DMX's point of view, clearing the field came first, and that was the final straw.
It's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition, you know, because at first you retire, you know, then get me off the label. Now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good.
That's when DMX realized they were moving in totally different directions in the music game. Jay wanted to align himself with powerful industry figures at the top, while X just wanted creative freedom and fair money for his work. Not long after, DMX walked away from Def Jam Records and signed with Columbia Records instead. That move explains why DMX never fully trusted Jay. In his eyes, Jay was willing to step over anyone if it meant getting closer to the industry's elite. X, on the other hand, stayed loud and unfiltered. He openly criticized label owners, called out power plays, and refused to fold or get pushed around by executives.
This new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executives, and it's like there's too much of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my motherfucking music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, you know, sitting at the going to dinner with them and like that, and you know, all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I'll give you the music you get.
In 2005, DMX made that stance crystal clear with his song The Industry. On the track, he painted record labels as vultures circling artists, feeding off their talent and control. He spoke about newcomers being pressured to trade originality and integrity for a check, and X made it clear he wanted no part of that deal. Now, Jay-Z has always been about the business side of things, no doubt about that. He never limited himself to just artistry, and that's exactly how he carved a different lane to the top. But with that move came long-standing accusations that he was willing to sacrifice people around him just to stay solid with the industry's top power players. Let's keep it honest. Over the years, Jay has repeatedly been accused of cutting people off when they no longer served a purpose. Even Dame Dash, co-founder of Rockefeller Records, openly said Jay changed once he started getting close to the industry elites. Dame specifically pointed fingers at Lyra Cohen, the former Def Jam president and longtime Jay ally. In his book Decoded, Jay even referred to Cohen as a mentor. That raised eyebrows because Cohen has been a controversial figure in the music world for years, and not everyone speaks highly of how he moves behind the scenes. Take Cohen's 2018 appearance on The Breakfast Club as an example. He talked at length about the substance struggles within the industry and said he felt bad about DMX dealing with those issues. But when Charlemagne Tha God pressed him on why labels keep signing artists who promote that same lifestyle, Cohen didn't hesitate. His response was blunt, saying it was just business, and that answer stuck with a lot of people. At first, when Dame called out Jay for betrayal, it sounded like bitterness. But looking back now, the pieces line up in a way that's hard to ignore. That same interview got even stranger when the topic of Dame Dash came up. When asked about Dame calling Lyra Cohen a culture vulture, Cohen's response caught a lot of people off guard. He flat out claimed he barely knew Dame at all, even though Charlemagne Tha God reminded him they made serious money together. That moment rubbed listeners the wrong way. To many, it felt like Cohen was rewriting history in real time, and that denial only added fuel to the long-running tension around his name. Now here's where it connects back to DMX. Word circulating in industry circles has been that Cohen and Jay-Z didn't see eye to eye with DMX's direction, and some believe that influence played a role in the issues surrounding X's 6th album. Nothing was ever officially confirmed, but the timing raised plenty of eyebrows. Things got even more uncomfortable after DMX's passing. Cohen didn't attend the funeral in person and instead sent a recorded message. DMX was laid to rest on April 25th, 2021, and many fans felt it was disappointing that someone who benefited greatly from his work didn't show up personally to pay respects. The tone of that message also left people uneasy, with comments that felt cold and detached rather than honoring DMX's impact. Hearing words like that, especially coming from someone closely tied to Jay-Z, didn't sit right with a lot of listeners. And honestly, moments like these help explain why DMX always kept his guard up around Jay and Diddy. When X spoke about the industry being grimy and powerful figures not being who they appear to be, maybe he was speaking from experience and maybe we should have paid closer attention. Fans are saying it's only a matter of time before more skeletons start falling out of closets across the industry. DMX always kept it raw, always spoke his truth, and never folded for anyone. That's why so many people still respect him to this day. R.I.P. to a real one. So, what's your take on all this drama? Do you think there's way more going on behind the scenes, especially in the music business, that we still haven't seen yet? Let it all out in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We'll see you in the next one.